What is up, you guys? In this video, I want to give you my top 5 tools for making life easier in your reptile room, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so haven't done a tip video in a really long time, so I figured why not do it now in between clutches just before Tinley. Gonna be at Tinley this coming weekend. Make sure if you see me, say hi. You know, I love meeting people, love chatting up snakes and chatting up, you know, non-reptile stuff too, you know. We talk music, talk sports, whatever it is. Let's hang out, let's have fun. But yeah, let's get to this video. My top 5 tools to use in your reptile room for any reptiles that will make your life so much easier. All right, so the first one, and this should be really a no-brainer, this should be in every single reptile room. I'm talking whether you have just crested geckos that don't need heat, or ball pythons, or literally anything, you should have a temp gun right here. This is something I got from Amazon. It's the E-Tech City temp gun. You should constantly be looking at your temps, monitoring your temps. I go through my tubs and I check the temps in the tubs all the time just to make sure the heat panels on here aren't cooking my snakes. Now I keep most of my stuff in here at ambient actually, because the room does go up in the summer, the spring, summer, and fall. It does get to the highest at about 83.5 to 84 at the highest, and then at night when it cools down it'll drop to about 78, 79, around there. So the only time I really need to put heating on or have like a oil heater in my room is during the winter when it gets, well, in California it doesn't really get cold, but it gets cold in California. That's about the only time I gotta do it. But yeah, temp gun. That's first and foremost the first thing you should always have in any reptile room, period. If you don't have it, you're really playing with fire and you're asking for trouble. Just so, please, get a temp gun. Number 1 tool you should have in your room, 100%. All right, now while we're on the talk of heating, the second thing you should have in your reptile room for anything that requires heating, whether it's a heat pad, a heat bulb, a heat, the ceramic heat emitters, is a thermostat. Once again, if you're not using a thermostat, just like the temp gun, you're playing with fire. Something bad's gonna happen. Your snake's gonna sit there too long and it's gonna cook. It's just like not having a thermostat is kind of like having a heat rock. I mean, you're just, it's super ill-advised. I just don't recommend it. Now, thermostat wise, what I recommend, I really like the Bavarian ones. These are great. There's, I think, 3 different versions of these. There's one, I use the VE200s. It's single probe. You plug it in, it's super easy. It's very easy to program. I believe these do have a night drop option on them. There's one upgrade from this that does have the 2 probe option. So if you want, you know, 2 probes, if you have an FB40 rack and you want 1 probe up top, 1 probe at the bottom, use that. I can't recommend these enough. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 of these for all my reptiles. They work flawlessly. I love them. They're damn near perfect. There's other options out there. There's a cheaper option. When I started out, I started using the thermostats that were off of Amazon. They're about like 19 bucks, I believe. Those work great too. You know, you can put those if you're using PVC enclosures, anything like that. You can use those. They're not terrible. I just like these because they're just heavier duty, and I feel like in the long run they're gonna last longer and they're more reliable for sure. So this right here, number 2, please get a thermostat. Like, I can't recommend these enough. If you're not using a thermostat and you're keeping reptiles, you're doing it wrong. All right, tool number 3 is this big thing right here, which is my mister. Now this is a Husqvarna, probably used for like spraying, you know, chemicals in the yard, or just, I don't know, anything. I have one in the garage that I use for spraying the sealant on my concrete. This is gonna make your life so much easier. It's not even funny. You can use, you know, the small water bottles, or even the smaller ones like the Zoomed ones and all that, but this thing is a 2-gallon jug. It's huge. And this will, I can fill this up to the top, well, the top where it says, you know, fill max line here, and I can mist every single animal that I own off of 1 fill-up. Super easy. You know, handle right here, pumps it. It's already pumped, so. But yeah, it's super easy. You know, long sprayer. I don't know what you call this. Long sprayer. You go in there. I mean, I'll just do this tub right here. You'll be able to hear it, but it's powerful and it gets the job done extremely quick. I mean, going through here misting, I don't know, maybe takes like 10-15 seconds of misting. It's super easy. This thing is a time saver. Like, you don't have to go in there and constantly refill the water bottle after, you know, spraying 5 or 6 tubs. This is the way to go. I don't remember the price on this. You can get it at any like hardware store. I got mine at Lowe's. You can probably get it at Home Depot. You can probably get it on Amazon, but it's the way to go. This thing, I was using the small, you know, like half gallon, I think at most is what it would hold of water option, and I was using that for a while. And I just got tired of having to spray, refill, come back in, spray, refill, come back in, spray, refill. Just a nightmare. Get this sucker right here. I think it's like 20 bucks. I don't think it's that much money. And it's gonna save you the headaches of having to constantly go back and forth and spray, which is gonna cut down on your time doing chores. And you know what they say, time is money. So that's option number 3. This sucker right here. Get a nice big mister. All right, number 4. Now this, you should have one of these, I think, in your house and in your garage, just for precautionary reasons, but in your reptile room with all of the stuff you have in here, with electrical and heating, fire extinguisher. This is an Element 40. It's right there, you can see it. Element 40, I'm not gonna demonstrate how to use it because I'll have to buy another one, and then I'd also be spraying this all over my reptile room right now, so we're not gonna demonstrate how to use this thing. Element 40 fire extinguisher. I have this on the wall by the door, you know, right by the door, right there behind the camera, right there, yep. Have it right there, hanging right there, it's mounted. And this is in case of any kind of issue that comes up, you know, if there's ever a fire in here, knock on wood, hopefully that never ever happens, but any kind of fire that I can get in here before it gets out of control, I know I have the fire extinguisher right there, right on the door. I open that door, pop it off, boom, go to town, put the fires out, save my animals. If you don't have a fire extinguisher in your house, you're playing with fire. I mean, literally. But it's, you know, this is, you know, this could be the matter of losing your collection or not. You know, I mean, granted, hopefully you're home and you can take care of it. You know, but this is the way to go. Fire extinguisher is probably the number 1 thing. I'm going out of order in this. I'm just saying the top 5 things you should have. This is number 4. Fire extinguisher. It should be in your reptile room. And the thing with the Element 40s, or Element 50, I'm sorry. Element 50, it's small. It's not, you know, this has the same power and punch as a regular fire extinguisher, but you're not hauling this big, heavy thing, and it's not as messy as a regular fire extinguisher. So you're saving space, you're saving hassle, and you're keeping your animals, your collection, possibly your house or facility safe. So this is it. Element 50. Fire extinguisher. And lastly, the last thing on the list, it's more of a convenience thing and it's a safety thing in a way too, because you're able to monitor your collection anywhere. Now, I go on a lot of trips. I go, you know, to shows outside of the state of California. I'm gone. I like to be able to monitor my collection and see what is going on. So, Govi and sensor push. The Govi stuff I use for right here, my fan, which is not on, and my humidifier. There's thermostats for the Govi. It's all on an app. I can check on my phone. I'll post, you know, a screenshot video right here of it. I can monitor everything. I can control it. I can turn off my humidifier. I can turn on my humidifier anywhere. My fan, I can check temps. It's amazing. Sensor push. I've got these in every egg box that I have in there and inside of my incubator, and I have one inside the room, so I can keep track of the temps in my room. So, you know, let's say maybe the Govi thing goes down or it runs out of the batteries. Well, now I'll be able to check my sensor push and I can still monitor the temperature in the room itself. This is, you know, it's kind of an ease of mind thing. You can still somewhat keep track of your collection and make sure everything in this room is going as planned. If there's any kind of spike in the room for whatsoever, you can take care of it. You know, you can have someone, you know, go check on your animals or something, or if, you know, if you're able to, get back to your collection and make sure everything's okay. Bonus thing, ring camera. I have a ring camera all over my house. I have one in the reptile room because if anyone comes in here and tries to steal my stuff, guess what? You're gonna walk through that door and you're gonna see a camera right there. So, busted. But yeah, guys, that is my top 5 tools of the trade, home improvement, you know, Tim the Toolman Taylor kind of tips that I got for you this week. I think they make anyone's life easier, whether it's, you know, safety or just general ease, you know, with the sprayer kind of thing. But I can't imagine not having any of these in my collection. These are the way to go. I can't recommend all 5 of these enough. And you know, I'm gonna put a bonus one out. The number one thing you should have in your reptile room is a membership to USARK, because guess what? Without USARK, you don't get to keep all these animals. There's just, you know, if you are keeping all these animals and the number one thing you don't have in your collection to keep them safe is a USARK membership, you're screwing up, my man, or woman, you know, whatever you are. But yeah, you should have membership to USARK, I'm just saying. Whether it's bronze, I'm gonna break it down for you right now. Bronze membership, I believe was 40 bucks a month. There's 12 months, or not 40 bucks a month, 40 bucks a year. 40 bucks a year. There are 12 months in a year. Do the math, $3 a month, that's like $36. So you're like, maybe it's like 32 bucks. I don't know the full breakdown. Math is not my strong suit. I hate math, but it's less than $35 a month. No, it's less than $4. It's less than $5 a month. Less than $4 a month. It's cheap. That's what I'm getting at. You should have a membership. It's not that hard. Bronze, the lowest. Bronze is the lowest you can get to. It's cheap. It's easy. That should be the number one thing you have in your collection, right there. But yeah, guys, like always, much love to everybody who supports me. We're closing in on 1,200 followers on YouTube, or subscribers on YouTube. That's just blowing my mind. I'm gonna keep doing the shorts. Hey, I said it right this time. It's shorts, not reels. But yeah, I will be at Tinley, like I said. If you want to meet up, let me know. I'll be, you know, walking around the hotel that's connected to the convention center. I'll be in the convention. I'll be shooting video there for a Tinley show. Fun times. Tinley is the best show on the planet. I mean, it is the Super Bowl of reptile shows. If you're on the fence about going, go. I can't recommend it enough. I love going. It's my favorite show to go to. Anyone is usually there. It is a big ball python show, but I love it. It's a great time. If you're on the fence, go. I guarantee you, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna meet people that you want to meet, and you're not gonna waste your time. It's definitely worth it, 100%. But yeah, guys, like always, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for all support, and I will hopefully see you all at Tinley. And until then, take it easy.